Alright, so, this is going to be my review of a graphic novel that came out of Image/Top Cow Comics called Son of Shaolin. Now, this comic actually came from me via a friend of mine by the name of Chris, aka the Mount Vernon Kid. Cool guy, he sent me stuff before, and he told me, yeah, I'm going to be sending you a comic that I think you're really going to enjoy, and it wasn't just me. Apparently he sent it to a lot of people. And even though I'm going to say right now this graphic novel is not really expensive, it's about $16.99, like under $20, it starts to add up when you see the amount of people he sent this comic to, meaning he really liked it, and he really wanted to share it with all of us. So thank you again, Chris, for that. And, yeah. Now, before, I had never heard of this comic. He just said, you're really going to dig it. You know, it's called Son of Shaolin. You're really going to dig all this kung fu stuff. And in preparation, I was looking at some backstory for this comic. And among the people who really because I had heard a lot of buzz, I've been seeing a lot of buzz about this comic. One of the people who said it was generating a lot of buzz was Patton Oswalt, the actor/comedian. And yeah, I was like, oh wow, this is gonna be really good. So I read it, and here's what I think of it. It's good. You should really read it. It's really, really good. Like, damn good reading. Son of Shaolin is written by, I know I'm going to butcher some names, but I'm going to try my best to read out these names. And it's written, the creator and writer of this is called Jay Laningo, drawn by Kanan White, Diego Rodriguez on colors, Simon Boland on letterers, and yeah, that's the creative team for this comic. Now, for what this comic is, this comic is a kind of a mashup, at least for me. It's a cool little mashup of Iron Fist, The Highlander, and Bruce Lee movies. It really, well, actually, if you want to go by like the best one to go, it would probably be, I'd probably say Way of the Dragon. Yeah, it'd probably be Way of the Dragon mixed a little bit of the Big Boss, if you want to go by Bruce Lee movies. But the main, it feels like a main fusion of Iron Fist meets Highlander. And I know that feels like a weird combination, but I'll explain in a moment. So, this comic tells the story of a character named Kyrie, who has been, his father left him at an early age. He never knew his real dad. And he grew up in Harlem. But it isn't until he gets this, mark on his hand, of a tiger symbol on his hand, that he discovers that he is part of this long-lasting lineage and who his father really was. It turns out his father was a superhero, a undercover superhero known as the Harlem Tiger, who defended Harlem and the Bronx from, gangbangers and drug dealers and whatnot, and crime drops very fast in that. But it wasn't like he was oh, I'm the Harlem Tiger, stand back everyone, I'm here to save the day. He was more in shadows. He was more he was more of a myth, kind of like how early Batman was. Early era Batman was, for that, year one Batman would be like that. That's what the Harlem Tiger was. And unfortunately, the Harlem Tiger is killed by a man only known as the Red Fist, who has been going around hunting down all these people called these bloodlines of the Five Elders. The Five Elders are the bloodlines of the five people who created the 5 forms of kung fu. Monkey, snake, crane, tiger, dragon, and mantis. Excuse me. So they all. Whenever the 5 elders who created these forms of kung fu, whenever they died, the next of line got their abilities from them and their fighting styles. And once Red Fist killed the Harlem Tiger, his power went to his estranged son Kyrie, who was found by a guy named Master Fong, and who proceeds to train him into using his new abilities so he can take on the Red Mist because he knows he's coming for him. This comic's really good. Really freaking good. The artwork really feels very fluid. It feels, it has a lot of... whenever action happens, it feels very fluid and very brutal at the same time. Like, when Red Fist first shows up in the comic, he throws a guy out of a car and into another one, and you see all the, like, blood and gore to it. But here's the thing, this comic doesn't get to... this is probably like, if it was a movie, it'd be PG-13, which, funny enough, I think this is getting a movie or a TV show, if I'm not mistaken. So, I don't know exactly, what the details are, but I know it's coming to the screen. It's coming to the screen regardless. So, in that regard, yeah, just check this out for, to better understand, better see the context when it does officially get a deal. But yeah, this comic isn't it's bloody, but it's not gory. Like like there are some points of like ugh, but it never gets to like Garth Ennis levels of gore. It just kind of it's just kind of a violent comic. Wouldn't recommend this for kids. Maybe like teenagers at best. They even say rated for teen on the back of the book. Kyrie is a very likable character. He's very street smart, but he's not like, he doesn't want to be like, he even says in the comic, look, I don't want to join a gang or anything, I just want to spread my art. He really wanted just to be an artist on the street. All he wanted to do was make his graffiti and, be an artist through that. But destiny has other plans for him. So, Kyrie has to learn to use his new powers of the because, much like, I forgot to mention, I'm sorry about that, but his family, the Harlem Tigers, you might guess, is that his family has the power of the tiger style of combat. And the Red Mist has slain the Snake, he's slain all the others. The Red Fist, I almost said Red Mist from, from Kick-Ass, my apologies. But yeah, in here, Kyrie is... he doesn't want to do this at first. I mean, he's like, yeah, I never knew my dad, what do I owe him? But it isn't until circumstance. It's not like, oh, this guy's trying to kill me. It's more like, no, I love to do my art and I want to do my own thing, but you know what? Harlem needs me. And since my dad's gone, my estranged father's, dead, and this guy is coming, this guy coming to kill me is the last of my problems. Harlem needs me. Harlem really needs me, and I'm gonna do my damnedest to protect it. Another shining moment of this comic is how well they execute the forms of kung fu. When someone takes a certain stance, you can tell, like, oh, that's snake style, or that's tiger style, or something to that degree, and you can really see that these guys really did their homework on trying to focus on all these different forms of kung fu and show that, they knew what they were doing. They knew, the kind of power they had, the kind of, they did their homework is what I'm saying. I got a little tongue-tied there. It's been kind of a long day. So, I apologize for that. But anyway, so, man, this comic is so, it's so brutal, but not, like I said, to the point of over-violence. And the action in here is very fluid. Kanan White, I'm not familiar with Kanan White's artwork, but I better be now. I'm going to now, because it's good. It's really good. Like, Kanan White's artwork really you really feel like every punch, you feel every hit feels like there's weight to it. Like, there's one time where Kyrie gets punched in the face, and you're like, ah, and I physically wince, like, ah, damn! Ooh, oof. Yeah, you're gonna need to put some ice on that, pal. But yeah, Kanan White's artwork is amazing. I really, like, it kind of looks like a more cleaner version of, what's his name? David Finch's artwork. Like, it's all, like, Kanan Finch, David Finch. David Finch's artwork is a little darker. Imagine if he, like, put more lights to it. Actually, it feels more like Mike Deodato. Like a more brighter Mike Deodato artwork. There's the better comparison, where it feels more like if Mike Deodato did brighter artwork. But yeah, not to discredit Kanan White, because like I said, I think this guy's good, and I really hope he like breaks. I know he's in Image right now, but I don't know, and I don't even know if he did Marvel and DC stuff beforehand. But I want to see him do Marvel and DC stuff now. So yeah. All in all, this comic is really good. Like I said, it's under 20 bucks. You can probably pick it up at your local comic book shop. I got this shipped to me by my friend Chris, who, once again, thank you so much, bro, for sending me this comic, as well as the other comic, which I will be reviewing eventually on here. Just got to finish reading it. It's another I will say it's another independent book. If you're a fan of like Bruce Lee films or Iron Fist, definitely get this book. It's book one, like it's a graphic novel, it's not an ongoing, these are graphic novels, and I can't wait to see the next one to come out. And also, I'm going to be doing a more in-depth review for this comic on my other channel, Comic Universe, with my friend C-Dubs, and yeah, as always, I will leave a link in the description below so you guys can subscribe from there, and yeah, go check out our other videos, which, yeah, we're always posting new stuff. So once again, you guys can, check out the link below and check that out, because not only are we going to review that comic that day, we're also going to be reviewing Infinity Gauntlet for, of course, what else? Infinity War. But anyway, yeah, so once again, I cannot stress this enough. Go get this book. So once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.